Hey guys, so I felt like it was only right for me to pop on when I made the most annoying mistake. Are you kidding me? So here's proof. I make mistakes too, just like you guys. I know the videos that I show, I don't really show them, but maybe we needed to make like an embroidery blooper reel because this is ridiculous. So can you see what I did? I guess I changed the bobbin because the bobbin thread ran out. And then I guess I flipped the shirt up to do that. And then when I put it back on there, I just walked away because it was the last thing that had to happen. It went around the top and then it stitched through the shirt, the ruffle and everything. Are you kidding me? How annoying is that? So here's the thing. I don't want to do that applique all over again. Yo, that took time. How cute is that? If you're from North Carolina, that's our NC State wolf pack. So go wolf pack. So, I don't know, just y'all want to hang with me while we take these stitches out. Some of my most favorite things that I've like sent out to people are things where I have royally messed something up and then painstakingly taken the time to fix it. And, you know, their end product, they have no clue everything that I went through to do it. Sometimes it's because I literally, don't have another blank to use. I don't keep a lot in stock, but y'all, this is crazy. The good thing is, hopefully I can get this out. So I'm going to take obviously all of it out, not just the part that's over that. And then I'll spray it down a little bit and see if I can, make the holes go away. It is the underside, but so we'll see. And it might not in the end look like something that I'd be willing to send out to somebody, but a lot of times you really can save it, so, or salvage it. So here we go. Just have my regular, I've lost, I still need to buy this because I think I've already said this a couple of times. I've lost my really nice seam ripper, the one that's, got the big handle on it. It's somewhere around here in my move. But this is, I hate taking things out. I want to try, y'all let me know if you've tried that like Peggy eraser. I've heard people talk about that in so many different groups that I do feel like I should trial it. Right when I think that I don't make too many mistakes, that I'm more careful than, the earlier goes at things, and I do something dumb like this. And I was on such a roll today too. My husband took my kids out Christmas shopping. So I had the house to myself, so I planned on just getting a bunch of orders done and just was feeling good about what I was doing. And then I turned around because this one was getting ready to be done. I had the next one ready to put on the machine and I was like, are you kidding me? So I'm just going to take out letter by letter and then see if it's salvageable. I think I do have another shirt in this size, but if I don't have to do the applique all over again. I love appliques. They're a big part of my business, but they're time consuming. This one is a zigzag stitch, so it really doesn't take too long, but there are several pieces to it. If you are in North Carolina or know a Wolfpack fan, so that's for NC State University. What was really cool with this is actually a design that was made by Applique Alley. And it was really cool. She was talking to people in her group, in her Facebook group, and asking what mascots were people looking for. And this was probably a year or two ago at least. And I just kept saying, I can't find a good wolf. I can't find a good wolf. There's just not that many options out there. And I showed her what the NC State wolf was, just sent a image of that, and she made these amazing two designs. One is the female wolf and one is the male wolf, and I've got that. I'll put a link in the bottom after I'm done with this, fixing it. But it's so cute because it's hard to find a good wolf out there. Because it's not as common as some of the other mascots. So it is like so right on, and folks have loved it that are NC State fans. most of the orders I get on Etsy for it. So I've certainly made them for people in my Facebook group because a lot of those people are local to me. But, you know, I'll get random orders on Etsy for it as well. And I'll look at the address. I'm like, oh, they live like 2 miles from me and they don't even know it. I don't live in the Raleigh area anymore since I just moved in the past couple of months, but still plenty of state fans where I'm at. So I know y'all can kind of feel my frustration. This is so annoying to do, but it's just part of it. And I really do get excited when I can salvage a project that sometimes it's not worth it though. It really, sometimes it isn't. There's been times where, you know, if I've had a couple of things where I need to pick some stitches out and I don't, you know, necessarily have, you know, an extra blank for it, then, you know, I've taken it to, back when kids did a lot more, like to like one of my son's basketball games and literally was sitting on the sidelines watching the game, picking out stitches. So it's not the most, or, you know, I'll take something in carpool. That's a good time for me to do it. My kids all go to a different school, and right now they all get out at the same time. So that means I've got to literally be like the first mom in line at the first school so that I can get to the last school before they shut the doors. So I've just kind of started to be smart about what I do during that time, and I'll take something like this with me, or like the mask bags. I have to kind of trim them, so I'll, you know, take a pile of them with me with some scissors in my car. I'm sure other moms in carpool are like, what is she doing? Up there cutting things with scissors. But it's a good use of my time. So time is really important. So we'll see how this goes. I don't want, you know, a million holes in the end that you can see on the bottom of this ruffle here, but we'll see. It might be salvageable. Is that a word? Salvageable? I can hopefully salvage it. I so wanted to put this in the mail today too, so I hate this extra time that I'm now having to spend that I was hoping I didn't have to. So we'll see. And you would be surprised, like, you know, when you have holes on something, how well just like spritzing a little bit of water on it and running an iron over it, you would really be surprised what you can salvage. So, you know, I always, you know, try to give it a go. Now, you know, I don't want to have to buy 2 shirts to make one. That's no gain in that. It's coming. We're 2 letters down. I'm not going to know, honestly, until I get it all out, what the end result's going to look like. The good thing is on the top part of the shirt, the stitches will just go right back in the same spot. So I'm not as concerned with, you know, how that little section's going to come out. So we'll see. What is the worst thing you guys have had to take stitches out of? For me, it was, I did seersucker, you know, I do seersucker swimsuits in the summertime, and that's some of the hardest material to, you know, not make a hole in. And those have lining, the ones that I sell have linings to them, so it's like you're pulling through the lining and the actual seersucker part. So I hate when that happens, but, and normally with those I order them individually, so I don't keep every single size swimsuit on hand. Are you guys done with Christmas shopping? I hope. Mine was all on Amazon this year, so I think I'm done with receiving shipments. It was really it wasn't bad. Amazon did well. I was really kind of worried with all the crazy shipping times that everything in my business has had, but most everything I got, you know, came within 3 to 4 days, so that wasn't too bad. Now wrapping, haven't wrapped anything. I don't know how you guys, sometimes I'll see people's trees and they just, all their presents are wrapped weeks in advance, and I've just never been that person. I normally wrap everything on Christmas Eve. For one, I've just had young kids in my house for so long that I didn't trust having presents under there that they wouldn't bother or twist and shake and rattle and roll and peek at. I wouldn't put it past them, so. And y'all, this year our tree is deader than dead. We tried to have a pet talk with my tree last night of telling it just to hang on one more week. Just hang on one. It's so dead. So we're rarely even turning the lights on, except if we're all just happen to be sitting in there at night. But other than that, those lights are not on. Okay, we're coming along. This is not too bad. I really do. Like I said, I want to try one of those Peggy, I think it's called Peggy Eraser or something like that, or maybe Peggy is the person that made it. But if you've used one, put in the comments, is it worth it, or is just this old method just as easy? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I think I looked into buying it once, and I don't know, I just was like, come on, Kelly, you can pick out stitches just fine. So right now I'm on the top of the shirt. Sometimes that's just as easy if you're careful with not picking at it too much. Let's see. And sometimes you have to do top and bottom once you pick out one. You have to go the other side to pick it out. So, of course, this is red thread that tired of doing this already. I really kind of just want to start over, but I really don't want to do another applique. This was the only had, out of all the stuff I had to do today, I only had 2 appliques. It was the boy and girl version of this shirt. Everything else was monogramming, or I did some faux smocked ones, and those are so easy because that's just 20 minutes on the machine, but you don't never have to cut anything out for that if you're doing it on white. So what are you guys working on? Are you doing stuff for family and friends? I know that's always the last thing that most of us do. Or if you saw my kids' Christmas pajamas this year, we did our Christmas picture in them and they were blank. There was no monogramming or embroidery on them. But y'all, I've got 3 boys and they don't care. My oldest is 12, so he's certainly not looking for a monogrammed anything. And this year I bought from Love That Cotton the gray and white ones for my family because I knew they would wear them all year. I mean, they wear the Christmas ones all year anyway, but at least these don't scream red and green. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. It's pajamas. Actually just had someone order off my Etsy shop Christmas pajamas. So I had to quickly message them. I'm like, I didn't even realize I had that listing up. So after I messaged them and refunded them because there was obviously no way I could get them to them in time. I don't keep them in stock. I buy them individually. So there was absolutely no way I could order it and get it to them in time. So I refunded them their money, and the literally next thing I did was remove that listing from Etsy. So I don't actually remove the listing, I deactivate it. And that just makes it so it's out of sight from those that are watching, those that are shopping. They can't see that listing, but it's still there. So when it, next year in October, I'll turn that listing back on. So there's no fee to do that. It's just the regular listing fee when you turn it back on. But at least, you know, all the information's there. I don't have to remake a listing. And I'm not sure, I need to look into it. SEO wise, it might be more beneficial to remake the listing and it be a new listing versus an unactivated listing. I don't know. I would love if anybody knew about that. I'd love for you to share. That'd be a good question for us to ask an SEO person. It might be more beneficial, honestly, in October for me to make an entirely new listing versus, you know, reactivating or activating one that's been deactivated. You might get more visibility doing that because Etsy certainly likes new listings in their algorithm. So I don't know if activating one, it's probably not even seen as a new listing. So we'll have to look into that. Maybe in October I just need to do a whole new one. But at least I'd have the information. I could print it out and then really just copy and paste, but make it a new listing while I did it. I've been trying to revamp. I've actually taken half of my listings off. And I'm just trying to be really smart about going back through all of them before I relist them, and you know, I changed shipping profiles, things like that, and just made sure that it, you know, all 13 tags were being used, that, you know, all the pictures were being used. Just trying to, because some of them, you know, are listings that I've had on there for a long time. I even had some that had the wrong, or just not the most updated monogram chart or font chart. So this next week, if you have time, I know this is busy with Christmas, but hopefully your Christmas embroidery orders are almost done. I don't get as many orders for sure this week. People are kind of wrapping up buying gifts, and I will get orders for, you know, like birthday shirts, because, you know, those happen all year long. But anyway, so, you know, I always try to use this next couple of weeks to really kind of look at my shop and figure out what can I, you know, revamp and update. I take so many pictures throughout the year, and half of them never even make it to Etsy. So I try to go through Etsy and pictures and put, you know, the better ones up there. I was supposed to have a Zoom call with a virtual assistant that's actually somebody local, and they're new getting into the business, so I thought that would be a good person to work with. And then I don't know, I just must have written the wrong time down, and so I missed that meeting. We've rescheduled for after Christmas, but I'm just kind of bummed. I was looking forward to learning more about that. I don't know if anyone's had any experience working with a virtual assistant, but I'm excited about, you know, maybe helping delegate some of the things that I just feel like I don't take enough time for, you know, in my business. And certainly you know, pictures and updating listings and every single social media outlet are just things that at times overwhelm me, and those really get pushed to the back burner. All right, y'all, this is taking me longer than I thought, as it always does, doesn't it? I'm so annoyed with this. I don't mind the actual process of it, but I just hate the fact that I'm wasting so much time when I felt like I was so lucky to have a few hours to work. I try not to work, you know, on Saturdays but now every day's a Saturday. My kids are, I would say every day's a Saturday because my kids are out for the next 4.5 weeks. So this is frustrating. So blew my mind. I was just going to pop on right here where I was going to take it out while y'all watched, and then I was going to go over there and stitch it and show you that I just saved the day. But, ugh, it's definitely taking me longer than I thought. So, y'all might not see me save the day. Because this is no joke. No joke. I would just mainly like to get the ruffle separated from the shirt and just see, you know, how bad that area looks. It's like going through like 4 sections because the ruffle itself is, you know, kind of folded over, and then, what a mess. Like literally, this was the last like 5 minutes of this shirt. Ugh. I had to get the glasses out for this. It would help if I had a better remover. What do you call these things? I don't think that's helping me any using this one. Y'all. So anyway, I'm just gonna keep working. Maybe I can pop on and show you that I fixed it later, because this is already taking me longer than I had hoped. But I'm gonna keep at it. I'm not giving up, y'all. Like I said, some of the greatest things that I've done, or things that I've been most proud of, would be the things that I've salvaged from a point of, I thought at times, no return. So a little better. A little better, I don't know. We're getting there. You have to be careful not to pull it too much, because it's still in the hoop, because the goal is to put it right back on there. So I don't want to adjust too much of the hoop, because then when I go put it back, it's not going to line up in the same spot. I did have to redo another item today too, but that took 2 seconds. It had actually got, it was small on my fast frame, and I was sticking it in the, you know, over the arm of the fast frame, and somehow some of the thread of the item got stuck underneath, or kind of in between the arm and the machine. So when it went to move, it didn't pull, it, you know, yanked on it, so it basically just like stitched over itself. So like 2 letters overlapped. I could not figure out what had happened, or, you know, but then I realized when I tried to pull it off that some of the thread, because it was so tight around the bobbin arm, had gotten snagged. But luckily that was an item that I keep in stock. I was able just to throw that one to the side and move on, because that, an item like that doesn't take long. This, I just really don't want to have to applique. Now, by the time that I get this all out, it might have been just as quick to applique. So we'll see. I don't want to throw the towel in this quick though. You don't think it's that many stitches, right? Until you go and try to remove it. The good thing is this is the underside of the front of the shirt, so the stitching on that won't be very, won't be able to see that. So it should not cause much issue being the underside of it, if that makes sense. I don't know, y'all. I feel like this is kind of getting messy. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off for now because I'm gonna keep working on it though. Y'all send me well wishes and hope that I can actually get this fixed. And I'll post a picture later in the comments if I'm able to salvage it. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that I make mistakes, dumb mistakes, just like anybody else. This is an absolute, you know, trial and error at times, you know, as far as working on things. And this is how you learn, honestly, by making mistakes. Because, you know, the next time I do the shirt, I guarantee you I'm going to make sure that it's not flipped up. I've never done this. I mean, I've stitched through a shirt before. You know, we've all done that in the beginning, or even the middle or the end. But I've never flipped up a shirt and actually embroidered it to it. So there's a first for everything. And, you know, it definitely to me is a learning, a lesson learned. So I'm going to keep at it and just give y'all encouragement that I make these mistakes just like the rest of us. So y'all have a good day. Just a few more days to Christmas. Whoop, whoop. So I encourage you to share any blooper you've made below. And hopefully watching somebody else will be like, oh gosh, I saw Kelly flip a shirt up on her frame and stitch it. I'm not going to do that. So maybe it'll help you in the end. But anyway, y'all have an awesome Saturday. And I'll see you soon. Happy stitching. Happier than me, I hope. Yay. Bye, guys.